Fire stations across South Australia lowered their flags to half-mast to pay respect to fallen volunteer firefighter Louise Hinks, as hundreds gathered for her funeral in Adelaide. Key points: Louise Hinks was killed on the Coles Fireground by a falling tree in January. Louise Hinks was killed on the Coles Fireground by a falling tree in January. The 44-year-old joined the CFS as a teenager. The 44-year-old joined the CFS as a teenager. One of her daughters said she helped and saved so many people. Ms. Hinks was killed by a falling tree while she was battling a forest fire at Coles, near Lucindale, in South Australia's southeast last month. The 44-year-old joined the Country Fire Service, CFS, 28 years ago, as a teenager, and became a much-loved and respected member of the Happy Valley Brigade, and was known to travel across the state to fight fires. More than 600 family, friends and emergency services colleagues, including many in uniform, attended her funeral at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, where her husband, parents, brothers, daughters and colleagues paid tribute to Ms. Hinks. More than 600 people attended Ms. Hinks's funeral at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, supplied, CFS. Speaking at the funeral, her mother Sue Brown said that in recent weeks she had been surprised and moved when she discovered how widespread her daughter's influence had been. "We knew that she helped people, but we actually had no idea how far-reaching her positive impact on people's lives really was," Ms. Brown said. Two of her children, Addie and Alice Fleming, spoke of how they aspired to be like their mother. "You helped and saved so many people," Addie Fleming said. "They are even calling you a hero, but more importantly, you're my hero." Ms. Hinks was killed while fighting a blaze in SA's southeast in January. Supplied, CFS. Her husband Lindsay Hinks, who also works in emergency services, spoke lovingly of his wife, and said he would have to adjust to life and work without her. "As I respond when the pager goes off without you, it will be a new normal," he said. "Louise, you showed me what love was all about, you made me laugh and every day was a good day. I will miss you immensely." Her brother Jonathan Brown also remembered her unwavering commitment to the service from a young age. "We remember that bloody CFS pager going off at 2 a.m. in the morning and our sister rushing out the door. And though it woke us up, her passion for helping others infectious. And we forgave her the next morning," he said. Fellow CFS volunteer Jim Keach said Ms. Hinks's community had been struggling to find words. "A tragedy that is perhaps beyond comprehension has joined us all together today," he said. "Our pain is not only unbearable, but almost unspeakable." Ms. Hinks joined the CFS as a teenager and has been remembered as a hero volunteer. Supplied, CFS. CFS Chief Officer Mark Jones also presented Ms. Hinks's daughters with 2 posthumous medals, the National Medal for 15 years of service, and the National Emergency Medal with clasp for her service during the 2019-20 bushfires. He said her sacrifice would not be forgotten. "Tragedies such as these serve to remind us about just how dangerous the jobs of emergency responders are," Mr. Jones said. Ms. Hinks worked at Flinders University as a member of its Health, Counselling and Disability Services team and provided support to students and staff. Firefighters line Port Road to salute Louise Hinks's coffin as it passes. Supplied, CFS. South Australian Fire and Emergency Services Commission, SAFECOM, Health and Wellbeing Coordinator Jane Abdillah, who worked alongside Ms. Hinks for many years, remembered her enormous contribution to mental health, particularly during the Sampson Flat, Pinery and 2019-20 fires. "She was a fury at heart," she said. "The shock at the tragic loss of Louise is still raw for those who knew her as a volunteer fury and part of the CFS family." Ms. Hinks had earned degrees in psychology and social work and used that knowledge to help with stress prevention and management of emergency responders. Mr. Jones said an investigation into the incident, which also seriously injured another man, was underway, with the hope lessons could be learnt.